Hey guys, Cartoons Exposed. In today's video, we're going to look at the top 10 episodes of 2019. The only rule is that there could only be one episode of a cartoon in the list. If I like more than one episode, I put it in my honorable mentions. Speaking of honorable mentions, Victor and Valentino, DuckTales, Weaver Bears, and Shera will not be on the list because I did not watch it this year. Well, actually, I never watched Shera. Maybe I should watch it next year if I have the time. Okay, this video will need lots of editing, so let's get right to it. Gumball Season 6, in my opinion, is the most hit-or-miss season of the show. We can get some great episodes, but we can also get some terrible ones. One of the episodes I really enjoyed was the drama. I really enjoyed relationship storylines when done well. That's why I really enjoyed Season 4 of Adventure Time, so I was happy to see that Gumball made the final episode for Darwin and Curry's relationship. And yeah, it wasn't as good as The Matchmaker, but it's still a darn good episode. Nearly all the jokes in the episode land, and the characters are likable. Well, for the most part, and I really liked the animation at the end because it was really cool, well done, funny, and it was also the last time the animation changed in Gumball. It was a great and cute episode of the show that made me remember all the good times I had with the show. It's kind of a coincidence that after Gumball we have Star, and both shows made terrible series finales this year, so you'll already know that the series finale does not take the spot. My favorite episode from Star 2019 is The Monster and the Queen. It's just so cute seeing Glubger and Eclipsa together, and also their song is really cute. I enjoy Eclipsa's episodes because, well, without her, and all we'll actually be getting from season 3 and 4 is Monster and humans being racist to each other and relationship drama. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy the relationship storylines, but I think that Star just relies on it now. So that's another reason why I love this episode, and also I enjoyed Glubger's character. It was one of the better Star episodes of season 4, and that's why it makes it on this list. I didn't watch that much Mau this year. In fact, I only watched the first episode, but dang, that episode was a great introduction to the show. I didn't watch the show, but I didn't watch that much of the show, like I already said. But I watched lots of clips, and from what I could tell, Mau Heroes of Pure Heart is an action-packed cartoon with great characters and comedy that could appeal to everybody, and that was exactly this episode. Normally with shows, in the first episode, the animation isn't that good compared to the later seasons, but with Mau, the animation is already outstanding, and it's probably gonna get better and better from here. But unless it's like Star and the first 2 seasons has the best animation of the show, and then after that everything just goes downhill. But let's move on now. I didn't really watch too much SpongeBob throughout this year, but I watched lots of SpongeBob episodes near the end. And my favorite episode from SpongeBob this year was the Big Birthday Blowout. Yeah, I know, it's the cliche move, but the special is just so good. I love the animation, I love the locations, and I love how they brought back lots of original characters from the first 3 seasons. And also, the tribute to Stephen Hillenburg at the end is nothing like animated or anything, but it's still sweet that they added it into the episode. Infinity Train is a Cartoon Network that just got released this year, but it's already a fan favorite. I can't think of one episode that was a disappointment of the show. But even though all the episodes are amazing, my favorite has to be the Grid Car, the first episode of Infinity Train. And geez, this episode is really sad. So we learned that Tulip's parents are divorced, and I was not expecting that from a Cartoon Network show. Also, the characters are at their best in this episode. It was a great introduction to the show, and a great episode of the show in general. Craig of the Creek is probably one of the most underrated cartoons from Cartoon Network. I mean, I didn't even know that the show was on season 2 until September. But the Craig of the Creek episodes from season 2 are the best episodes I've seen from the show. But my favorite has to be The Other Side of the Creek. The episode is so good. To me, the best part of the episode is just exploring the creek. This episode is the most serious the show has ever been, and I'm excited to see where Craig of the Creek story will go on from now on. Amphibia is a Disney animated show that I would actually call underrated as well. I mean, yeah, there was so much hype before there was so much hype for it before it came out, and now that's out, nobody's even talking about it. One episode I think really needs more attention is the season finale reunion. The stakes were really high in this episode, and if you were like me and watched every episode of the show so far, you feel rewarded in this because Anne gained so much trust from the frogs and now they're all counting on her. Also, the episode felt so cinematic. I have no idea why. This episode this is one of my favorite season finales from this year so far. But not my favorite, because right here, right now, we have Change Your Mind from Steven Universe. Yeah, there were lots of flaws with this episode. Well, no, there wasn't that much flaws with the actual episode itself. There was lots of flaws with the arc the episode was part of. The Diamond Arc was one of the most rushed arcs of the show. But let's look at the great things about this episode. We got 3 new fusions. We got to see Steven Rose White Diamond. We got James Baxter to animate the scene. We got to see Lars again. We got to see more of the corrupted gems, but now uncorrupted gems. And best of all, when Obsidian was climbing the Maxus, we did see Connie for 3 to 6 minutes. I think that was one of the best parts about this episode is that Cartoon Network actually gave the Crewniverse a chance to make a 45-minute long episode. I thought that volleyball was spoiling us, but look at this episode. The OK Kill series finale is perfect. It's like an anime arena, and I think that's a perfect series finale to the show. Because if you ask me what the most anime cartoon ever show is, I would say that's OK Kill because of the action. We also get to see Turbo Ran and Turbo Aiden, and we also see everybody die. No, I'm not joking, they literally die. I think that's risky to do as a series finale, because they don't even come back to life. Oh, who am I kidding? Y'all got me. They came back to life, but still, they died. I think that Shadowy Venomous and TKO are the best endgame villains that OK Kill is chosen. But everyone just got completely wrecked in the arena, and TKO wasn't even trying. OK Kill and Steven Universe are some of the only shows that ended this year that actually had a good ending. So now we're on the honorable mention. So volleyball was very close on being on the list, same as Snow Day, the big reveal from OK Kill. Also, thank you for watching the show from OK Kill as well. And also Trom Day from SpongeBob and the Infinity Train season finale. Now let's go on to our number 1 spot. Little Homeschool from Steven Universe Future is my favorite episode of this whole year. Maybe because it's so fresh. Yeah, I know, Change Your Mind was already on the list, but Steven Universe Future and Steven Universe is 2 different shows. And I'm happy to say that they're 2 different shows so that I can put Little Homeschool in the number 1 spot. I mean, everything about this episode is so good. We get Jasper, we actually got action scenes, and the background in this episode is so good. Also, the sayings are good. Okay, that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed. I have lots of videos planned out for 2020. So if you want to see that, make sure to subscribe. Bye guys, and I'll see y'all on the moon.
Got a nose, purple I suppose, and I won't leave my nose pink. I got a nose, purple and it's gross, and I won't leave my